And so we want this war to end as soon as possible. I think all of us agree on that much. The suffering is horrific. The situation is awful. And the Russians are the aggressors here. But first and foremost, what we need to have is an end to the conflict in the most expeditious way we can achieve it. And so that means negotiations are certainly a part of the equation. No one trusts Vladimir Putin. We know that much. Everyone knows he's a liar. Everyone knows that he is both cunning and ruthless, but he's also the individual who could bring this war to a screeching halt tomorrow if he chose to do so. Speaking to him is therefore a necessity, and having a real peace agreement in place would benefit everybody in the region right now, at least in the immediate term. We can figure out the rest later. So there is a proposed peace framework from the Ukrainian delegation. Here's what it's got. A neutral and non-nuclear status for Ukraine, so they will not join NATO, and they will not host in Ukraine foreign military, so it won't become a place where you have a lot of bases like our NATO allies, for example, do. The European Union, accession rather to the European Union is one of the points here. Talks over the future of the Crimean Peninsula over the next 15 years. And then security guarantees by third party nations that may include the UK, US, Turkey, China, Russia, Germany, Canada, Italy, Poland, and Israel. So the idea here would be Ukraine is Ukraine, not a forward operating base for any other entities, alliances, or countries, not going to have its own nukes, obviously, not going to be in a position to become a regional military power, but it would be an independent country. What about the status of the Donbas region, of course, in all this? Right now, Crimea, it seems, is definitely going to be a part of the Russian Federation at the end of this conflict. It already has been treated as a de facto part of the Russian Federation, now stretching back 40 years. So there's the possibility of negotiation. Is this going to likely end the conflict in a matter of days? Highly unlikely. As much as that would be better for humanity, it doesn't look like that is going to happen, but at least there are talks underway, and there could be some end to the conflict in sight weeks instead of months out. The situation for the Russian forces around Kyiv, for example, seems to suggest that they have been blocked from a full-on advance to swarm or at least cut off entirely the capital. So that goes to the will and capability of the Ukrainian defenders up to this point, who have exceeded expectations both in their ability and desire to fight back against the Russian invaders. So there is some optimism in this equation of general misery, destruction, and despair in Ukraine. It's the midst of a terrible war. But the Ukrainian people are fighting. They are fighting valiantly. The Russians are slowed down as a result. There are negotiations underway. And hopefully, at some point soon on the show, we'll be able to say that there is a ceasefire and a lasting, durable peace that will be achieved thereafter.
Don't miss American Scandal, Hunter Biden. A new First TV exclusive special hosted by Buck Sexton. Available right now only on the First TV app.